Hey everybody, it's Toy Story Lover 333. Welcome back to my channel. I'll show you, I'm still here, but my lighting is pretty much awful right now because of this stupid light that my head is currently covering up. So you're not going to see much of me. But, not trying to look at me. I'm in my comfy pajamas because it's late at night when I decided to film this. I'm on top of things. Anyway, I was going to do a overview of my collection because it's been a really long time. I'm going to hold it up here, even though you won't really be able to see my face. I'm sorry, we'll be brief. If you're new, welcome back. That didn't make sense. If you're new, welcome. If you're an oldie returning, welcome back. Yeah, I think I got it right that time. Anyway, I'm going to film my collection more of anything else. This is going to be a very broad overview of pretty much everything I have. I've reorganized it, so I've got a lot more of it on display currently. And yeah, it should be good. So, enough of me blabbing. You're new, subscribe, like, comment, all the good stuff. If you're old and you haven't done that yet, proceed. Yeah, we're gonna get on with it. The first and newest addition to my collection is actually a lot of these Funko Pops. I don't know if you guys are familiar with these, but these are kind of really popular. I have a bunch of Lord of the Rings ones over here, and Baymax, because he's just there. These are my banks. You guys have seen these in previous videos. And then, obviously, Thor and Baymax aren't part of this, but I need them for the height of, you get it. So I have the Forky. Well, Forky's being held from Toy Story 4. A lot of these are Toy Story 4, which is maybe unfortunate. I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of the fourth one, but that's a whole nother thing. We have Wheezy, Bo Peep, RC, and Woody's riding him, which is pretty cool. Combat Carl, Jessie, Bullseye, Mrs. Nesbit from the first one, Mr. Pricklepants, Chuckles, and top it all off with a Slinky. So those are my pops. You guys already know that I have like the Lotso Funko Pop and the... That light is awful. I'm gonna do this. So yeah, I have the Jessie and Lotso and they're on the floor, so I'll get to those in a minute. So we're gonna actually transition because I have a whole little like wall corner thing. This is a really cool poster that I got from Toy Story 4. And it just kind of shows the gang well if you haven't seen Toy Story 4 yet, which most of you probably have, but if you haven't, some of the new characters that are sprinkled in. So you got, Combat Carl, you got Bunny and Chick, Duke Kaboom over here, and then Forky obviously is a fan favorite. We're actually going to transition to the floor. My shadow will be in the way for this. We're going to actually try to sit down. Okay, so a little overview of this corner that I made. The checkers are new, because we know that Slinky and Woody sometimes play checkers in the first movie, I think is where it's most popular. Got my glow-in-the-dark Vans with the Jessie Funko Pop and an alien back here. Barrel of monkeys. The sheep are new. Billy Goat and Gruff. They got weird names. They're sheep. Bo Peep sheep. Big plushies. They're actually really big and they're really soft, so I like them. Got Woody back there. We have a Forky who I think has wheels on his feet. Sports sticks, sorry. So he kind of moves around. And then Lotso's chilling on the clue board that's actually from the first movie. I think it's in the scene where it's in the second movie where there's a yard sale and Andy's mom picks up Rex and moves them off of some stuff and picks up some games that are underneath in the background, or somewhere in that scene you can see this actual edition of Clue. So it is actually from the movies, which is pretty cool. The Lotso Funko Pop that I unfortunately took out of its box. Really unfortunate because it's before I knew Funko Pops were worth anything or really worth money at all. Very unfortunate call because now he's worth a lot of money when you have his box. I threw that away. I didn't know. Unfortunate. We have Chick, who's riding Rex right now. This is Rex plushie. He's not soft at all. He's really very stiff. But Chick, I'm sorry, it looks like it should be, the name's Chick, it just threw me off. He is not the collectible edition, neither is Bunny over here. They were the step down, the non-collectible versions, but I like them just the same. They're a lot cheaper, and the only difference is like their eyes aren't sparkly. Don't need sparkly eyes. Over here we have an army man chilling by another new edition. This is a shark. I think you'll remember from the first movie, I believe. I get these all mixed up. Where he sticks his head out of the chest and he goes, "I'm Woody, howdy, howdy, howdy." That's that best replication of the shark can get. You actually can't really buy specific shark, like that shark. So my closest call was buy a rubber shark, put a hat on him, Woody Shark, done. This tub is actually full of other Toy Story stuff that I just can't display because I don't have room for it, but this whole tub is more stuff. We have the Infinity and Beyond mug next to Bunny, who is, dimension-wise, this is a pretty big cup, and that Bunny is huge, so the Bunny's probably bigger than my alien over here. We have the Collectible RC next to the Collectible Buttercup, and then the Hawaiian Buzz in the backdrop there. So this is kind of the first major corner we're going to look at. And then obviously as we transition to the shelf, I have this lovely telephone from the third movie. And he's really annoying, and his eyes move when you pull him. He's just not a fun toy, but great for collections. Toy Story 4 Tin Toy, who's originally from the first movie. I don't know why they waited so long to actually make him a toy. Why they waited I know he makes an entrance in the fourth movie, very brief, but you see him. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I've been waiting for years for him, so I was super happy. So I'm gonna leave him in his packaging because he's pretty cool and I don't want to open him. And then back here I have Slinky headband ears thing from Disney World, and I just don't know where to put them, but it's a fun headband. It's kind of heavy, but Slinky's kind of heavy, so we're just gonna put this, just set it over here. Boom, done. We're gonna be moving on to, I think what I might have to stand up for now is my shelf, which there's a lot going on, so we're gonna break it down shelf by shelf. So we'll start up and we'll work our way down. So starting up here, we have and I'm gonna try to film it all correctly. A lot of newbies, a lot of oldies. We've reorganized it though, so it all looks maybe different and more exciting than it actually is. The lighting's actually working with me right now. Yes. Okay, so we have the Bo and Woody collectible from Toy Story 2. They're in the box, new in box. We have the Little Tykes. I think it's Little Tykes. I don't know. I don't have no kids. Little Tykes something. Little fire truck with all the little people in it. The people aren't necessarily correct, but whatever. We're going to zoom in. This little Bo Peep figure and this little, I forget her name, Cop Giggles or something like that. Anyway, I got her in one of those, like, you have to guess one of those random packages and you might get this character. My sister felt around for her. I said I like her because she's like actual size. Like that thing makes her actual size, so that's pretty cool. Moving on to an ornament of them in the chest, Woody, Buzz, and Rex. Then you have this picture frame that I don't want to put any pictures in. Is that a picture frame? Yeah. Picture frame and / music box. Kind of weird. And then the collectible Buzz is there as well. And my thing is not focusing very well. There we go. So that's the top shelf. And I'm going to tell you a funny story when I get to the bottom shelf, if I remember to tell you. So I'll tell you if I remember. Moving on to technically the first shelf. That's just the top of the shelf, but this is the first official shelf. In here we have, try not to cut short on the little guys here. So we've got Sparks, Mr. Mike, Rocky, Little Forky, Slinky Pin, Buttercup figure, Alien, Buzz Lightyear with utility belt, Rex, Legs from the first one, Little Slinky, Skunk, one of Jesse's critters, a necklace that is an alien and it's a claw, and then Ken and Barbie are in the background there. So we're kind of going to get a different look at this one. Little guys are really fun. They add to it. This Forky was another one of those, like, feeling fine kind of guys. Not really feeling fine, but, like, you get the thing and it's randomized, you know which one you're going to get. We got Forky and Little Miss Giggles over here. So those were the two that we got in there. The Ken and Barbie. My Rex is obviously really cool, and he's holding these mini barrel of monkeys that I have. So they're mini monkeys that he's carrying, which is pretty cool. Okay, moving on. I'm trying to go slow because I know my videos have a lot jam-packed in them, and more than you guys could probably see just by, like, if I just did a quick overview, like, we have this corner, and then a shelf, and then more stuff. Like, I feel like it would be overwhelming, so I'm trying to go slow so you guys don't have to feel like you have to pause midway through the video because you're like, what is that, what is that, what is that? Trying to go slow so you guys can see everything there is to see. So, this next shelf down, we have Slinky. There's the barrel for the mini monkeys that are on Rex up here. It's blurry. Gotta fix that. There's couple of Buzz Lightyears, Mr. and Mrs. Stretch. You got these little guys in here, all sprinkled. My Ham that is signed by John Ratzenberg, who's voiced Ham and a lot of other guys in Pixar movies. Bo Peep Sheep, which now we know have a name, Billy Goat and Gruff. Didn't know that before. Was a apparently unnecessary detail that was not needed, but I argue that's an important detail. I'd like to know the sheep's name. It's like the 3 Ps. Do they have names? I don't know. Name them. Comments below. P names for the 3 Ps in a pod. Do they have names? Do they have names? I don't know. If not, let's name them. Make a game out of it. Okay. So, this shelf's not too exciting. We've seen all this stuff. I don't think anything's new here. Postcard in the background there. Moving down. We got Totoro, a couple of little guys, bucket of army men / soldiers, Wheezy there in the background, another alien. This is not my most exciting shelf, but, you know, got some critters we're trying to incorporate. The next shelf down is actually one of my more favorites. We got that Chuckles plush, who's kind of hard to see, and an ornament of Buzz Lightyear rescuing LGM, Little Green Man, in case you didn't know what that stood for. Army Man, just kind of working our way down. This shelf is one of my favorites because it's all Toy Story 2. It's kind of, that's the target for this shelf. So we've got Jessie, obviously, with Bullseye. It's kind of Woody's Roundup gang, plus any of the other key characters who kind of are introduced into the second movie. So Tour Guide Barbie is back there, and she is from Toy Story 2, as her box clearly says. We've got the collectible Woody, Bullseye, and Jessie here. And then technically the collectible Stinky Pete as well, though my sister made him homemade. She made his body, she sewed him up, she made his head out of clay, made his hat, like, completely homemade, so he's really, really cool. The reason why I couldn't get Bo, I realized that Bo and Woody, the collectibles that are way up there, are also from Toy Story 2. The reason I couldn't get them on the shelf is because they wouldn't fit. It's actually a really tall box, and I couldn't get everything to fit on that one shelf, and so I decided to put them up there with the Buzz and just have this thing. So Woody's pretty cool. The Chicken Man, who's from Toy Story 2, the second movie, with his tag there. And then these little pins are actually Jessie's critters. I'm going to try to zoom in on them. And they're also really cool. So we got the turtle over here, the bunny, the bear. Do these guys have names too? Leave a comment if you know. The deer. Don't think these are really specified. I think this is a cat. It's some form of cat. It looks like it. Looks crazy. Cats are crazy. I'm just going to put them together. And then an armadillo. So that's Jessie's critters. And those are the gang. The Woody's Roundup gang. So that's kind of a really fun... I really like this shelf because it looks really cool. Finally, we're on the floor practically now, so I'm going to back up. We have the... Oh wow, Twitch looks scary back there. It is a Toy Story 3, so we're going to go from the second movie to the third movie. Sorry, I don't really have a shelf designate for just the first movie, because there's too much stuff for one shelf for all the main characters. But we split it up between 3 or 4, and we'll get there. So this is primarily Toy Story 3 characters. So we've got the Hawaiian Ken, and we'll go on to Barbie in a minute. Large Twitch is back there, though he's really difficult to see from this lighting, but he is back there. Collectible Dolly, Collectible Trixie, Collectible Lotso, Chunk and Sparks, some Army Men. There's the Hawaiian Barbie. Behind her is Zurg, which I have a funny story about him, so I'll tell that in a minute. Collectible versions of not Stinky Pete, gosh, Brickle Pants, Mr. Brickle Pants. And then we have Big Baby, the bookworm guy. And yeah, so funny story about the Zurg before I forget. I actually originally put him on the top shelf because I thought he would look really cool with the Buzz way up there, because like they're arch enemies, gar kind of a thing. I forgot and didn't realize that Zurg, like a lot of my toys, is on wheels. Since he's an action figure, he has wheels underneath him, so he kind of moves around, because these are toys. You have to remember, I collect them, but they are toys. They're to be played with, so on wheels, so he can move more realistically like he does in the movie. And I put him on the top shelf, and I just kind of left him there because he was fine. And I kept organizing, putting more stuff on my shelves and doing things. And, yeah, he slid off the shelf and totally hit me in the head. And that was an experience. I was almost concussed by this Zerg falling a great distance onto my head. So after that, I put him on the bottom shelf and said, never again am I putting a toy with wheels on the top shelf, because, which is funny because I have the fire truck up there, but that doesn't move. It's different. This guy slid and it was weird and it was tragic. So that's my funny story. Don't note to self for collectors, unless it's new in box, don't put it on the top shelf, because if it falls, it really hurts. I almost got concussed by an evil Emperor Zerg, which would have been hilarious, but what are you supposed to tell the people in the ER? Like, what happened to you? Oh, I dropped a Zerg on my head. A what? Evil Emperor Zerg. Like, no one would take me seriously. It would just be hilarious. Anyway, these little guys are another reason why I can't put them on the top shelf, or any shelf, because they're made for a track, never got the track. They roll so much. These guys go their own direction, do their own thing. So they have to be timeout on carpet. But I've got the Trixie, the Jessie, Rex, Slinky. This is just a deck of cards, but it looks really cool. Yeah, Zerg. I just never look at Zerg the same way. Then we have this funny little shark with the hat, Woody's hat on. Zerg, Lotso, and Buzz. And then this is from one of those little shows. You know, they make those side movies, try to make them more money or whatever. Something like the Forgotten Time dinosaur one. She's like the kitty, angel kitty or something. I don't know. I didn't buy her, but there she is. She's part of the collection. We're moving on to the last part of this video, which is just, wow, everything's blurry. Everything's blurry. There we go. This little wall, and we're going to kind of walk through it quickly. We have Stinky Pete, collectible version of Slinky. I guess they hit like a 20th anniversary or something with him, so I have the other Slinky up there, and then we have the new in-box one. I have these monkeys back here, which are I've kind of attached to my Rex pillow pet here, but originally, because these guys usually end up saving toys that fall out of the window or something, which happens more often than you think, rescue missions. So you have the Rex pillow pet, he's pretty rare, all these little guys. These are Squinkies, so you've got Stretch, Jessie, Woody, Woody's boot, whatever you call the Sid's Creation baby thing, another Buzz, little army man, and then Ducky. I'm gonna move over. And then we have a little Prickle Pants guy. Please excuse my messy floor. We've got some of these collectible Barbies, including an old Ken doll who I got in an antique store. He's an older version of the Ken Barbies. So he's pretty cool. So I put him between the 3 Barbies that we have going on here. 3 peas in a pod. Don't know their names. Someone help me. Let's call one Penelope. Penelope. It's got the name P in it. Peter. And someone help me with a name for a 3rd P. I don't know. Leave it in the comments. Okay, so we have her. She's the Barbie that loves Ken. Then we have the Barbie loves Buzz. And then the Barbie loves Woody. So those are 3 collectible Barbies that I have. Might get more in the future. Not sure. Another one of these little guys. Keep it focused. You can do it phone. I don't know what these are called. Tsum Tsums or something. Bunch of those little guys. Stinky Pete, Bullseye, little phone. We got a book. These things are priceless. They are, oh man, the lighting. Little gingerbread men that my sister made for me out of clay that are dressed up as Woody, Jessie, and Buzz, and they're so cute. She calls them Gingies. They're so fun. They're Christmas ornaments. They're adorable. I love them. We got 3 aliens, and on top of this is also a chest that my sister made for me. It's just like a little box that she bought, and then she painted it, but it looks like Andy's chest that his toys sit in, and I have toys sitting in it, so correct. Little Lotso, other little figures, non-collectible version of Buttercup, the 8-ball, and I come up here. Also, my blanket, try to back this up, is on the wall again, and it looks great. It's kind of making this a Toy Story central area. Anyway, I'm going to zoom in because we're almost at 20 minutes, and it's ridiculous, but it's a big haul. Alright, so all these little guys, you guys have seen them before. I decided to display them again because they've been in storage for several years, and I just wanted to show them to the world. So you got, you know, Little Mini RC, Not as Cool as the Big Version, the book, alien that started this collection, that plushie right there, and then all these little guys in the background, and, you know, my Rex phone holder, you know, Lenny, and all these little squinkies, and they're so stinking cute. But it's a big update, so there we go. And of course, just all of my clouds are painted and a lot of storage up there. But yeah, that is pretty much what I have. That is my massive update, and I have not posted in a long time, so this is why we try to go out with a bang. Yeah, it's taking over my room, guys, if we're being real. Like, it's getting really, really, really excessive. It feels like I'm gonna do this again because this light is horrible. So, yeah, thank you so much for viewing, clicking on. Wow, I moved my hand already. Yeah, really appreciate it. It's been a lot going on. It's been a rough semester. It's been a lot of transitions and a lot of going on, and I'm sorry about the lighting right now. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Ooh, if I do that, but then you can't see my face. Do you really suggest? Can we do this? I figured it out. Of course, you guys have to endure a long video of me not figuring it out, but we did it. But anyway, thank you so much for clicking on, for subscribing if you're a subscriber who follows me, because I'm very inconsistent with my filming, so I appreciate your support. I lowered it, didn't I? Darn it. I'm out of breath for some reason. I don't know why. I should probably sleep soon because I gotta get up early and get on a flight to go back to Ohio. So this is the last video you're gonna see of me for a little while. But happy New Year. It's 2020. It's exciting. My collection grows. Even still, I have more stuff in Ohio that I bought in Ohio that I have to get home. So maybe I'll do an update video there at some point. But yeah, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Give me names for those peas over there, and for the sheep if you were gonna rename them, let me know. As usual, future videos, leave comment below and I'll get to them as I get to them. But yeah, thank you so much for subscribing and for viewing, and have a good day, night, whatever time it is for you, wherever you are. For me, it's night, so I'm gonna go to sleep, but for you, it might be day, so good morning, sunshine. I'm gonna go to sleep. Adios. Bye, y'all.